When people speak of ancient China, they often think of Chang'an, not merely a place name, but a symbol of a glorious era. Chang'an, now known as Xi'an in Shaanxi province, was the imperial capital of 13 dynasties, including the illustrious Han and Tang dynasties. Setting foot in Chang'an feels like stepping into a living epic, where the past and present intertwine in every ancient brick, every lantern-lit street, and the serene rhythm of modern life. Chang'an is considered one of the 4 greatest ancient capitals in Chinese history. It served as the seat of power for 13 dynasties, including the Western Zhou, Qin, Western Han, Sui, Tang, and Ming. Xi'an is also the starting point of the legendary Silk Road. According to many travelers and renowned travel magazines, Xi'an rivals historic capitals like Cairo in Egypt, Athens in Greece, and Rome in Italy. Locals even claim you might stumble upon historical relics almost anywhere when visiting this ancient city. Amid the bustling modern city of Xi'an stands an awe-inspiring relic that has endured for centuries, *, the Xi'an Ancient City Wall, a timeless symbol of history. It is one of ancient China's most well-preserved and formidable city walls. This structure is a massive architectural heritage and a living remnant of Chang'an. Once the radiant heart of Eastern civilization, the wall was built during the Ming dynasty, around 1370. Under the reign of Emperor Hongwu, Zhu Yanzhong. However, its foundation dates back to the Tang dynasty, when Chang'an was Asia's most significant capital. The wall stretches over 13.7 kilometers, 8.5 miles, in circumference, stands 12 meters, 39 feet, tall, and is wide enough for 2 horse-drawn carriages to ride side by side. It encircles the central city, embracing over 1,000 years of history. The wall was constructed from rammed earth and bricks, forming a solid and intricate structure. It features watchtowers, gate towers, moats, and drawbridges, all meticulously arranged for military defense. There are 4 main gates: the East Gate, Chang'an, the West Gate, and Ding, the South Gate, Yongning, and the North Gate, in Yuan. Each gate bears an auspicious name, symbolizing the dynasty's hopes for peace and prosperity. Today, the wall has transcended its military function to become a major cultural and tourist attraction. Visitors can walk or cycle along the top of the wall, taking in panoramic views of the city where ancient and modern elements coexist harmoniously. As the sun sets, the aged bricks glow with golden hues, and by night, the wall is illuminated with soft lights, creating an enchanting scene that transports one back to the grandeur of ancient Chang'an. Beyond its architectural beauty, the Xi'an City Wall hosts numerous cultural events such as lantern festivals, classical music performances, and traditional dragon and lion dances during major holidays. Every step on the wall is like walking through fragments of time, where history and modernity come together to continue the grand narrative of the ancient capital. The wall is a powerful testament to the ancients' architectural genius, strategic foresight, and cultural pride. It is more than just stone and mortar, a wall of memory, where the past still whispers through the wind and glimmers in the sunlight. For every visitor, the journey to the Xi'an City Wall is not just sightseeing, but a heartfelt encounter with history itself. The original wall was built in 194 BCE and completed 4 years later. The initial version was made of layered rammed earth. Its foundation was a mix of quicklime, soil, and sticky rice extract, a surprisingly effective combination that created a robust structure. Later, bricks were added to reinforce the wall. The city wall stands 12 meters high, with a top width of 12 to 14 meters and a base width of 18 meters. It spans 13.74 kilometers and is surrounded by a wide moat. A drawbridge connects the city with the outside world and can be raised or lowered for defense. Approximately every 120 meters, there is a watchtower, 98 in total. Additionally, the wall features expanded parapet zones where soldiers could stand guard and observe invaders attempting to scale the wall. There are 4 main gates: Ding Gate West, Chang'an Gate East, and Yuan Gate North, and Yangning Gate South. Among them, Yangning Gate is the grandest and most ornate, drawing the most significant number of tourists to admire and photograph it. 3 towers guard each gate. One of these towers is detached from the wall and serves as the mechanism to raise and lower the drawbridge over the moat. Steep ramps connect the gate entrances to the highest parts of the wall. The walls are laid out in a rectangular shape. In ancient times, this fortress was a formidable barrier against invading forces. The names of the gates symbolize different virtues: eternal harmony in the north, lasting peace in the south, stability in the west, and everlasting joy in the east. The south gate is closest to the city center and the bell tower, and was historically the site of many important ceremonies. In the heart of the ancient city of Xi'an rises a solemn and majestic pagoda against the blue sky. This is the giant Wild Goose Pagoda. This Buddhist architectural masterpiece symbolizes the culture of the Tang dynasty and serves as a living testament to the cultural exchange between ancient India and China. The giant wild goose pagoda, Chinese, Dian Ta, was built in 652 AD during the reign of Emperor Gaozong of the Tang dynasty. It stands within the Da Xiyin Temple complex. Once a major Buddhist center in Chang'an's capital, the pagoda was constructed at the request of the venerable monk Xuanzang, who famously journeyed to India in search of sacred Buddhist scriptures, a journey that took 17 arduous years. Upon his return, Xuanzang brought back thousands of Buddhist texts and holy relics, requiring a sacred place for preservation and translation. Thus, the giant wild goose pagoda was born, a repository of Buddhist wisdom and a symbol of intellectual pursuit and cross-cultural connection. Originally constructed of rammed earth, the pagoda has undergone numerous restorations through successive dynasties. Today, it stands at 64 meters tall, with 7 stories built entirely of solid brick. Its architecture reflects ancient Indian Buddhist influences harmoniously blended with traditional Chinese aesthetics, creating a solemn and graceful structure. Each level has windows facing all 4 directions, and from the top, visitors can enjoy panoramic views of Xi'an, once the vibrant heart of the legendary Silk Road. Beyond its architectural significance, the pagoda houses precious Buddhist scriptures, wooden carvings, calligraphy, and Tang-era stone tablets, most notably an inscribed stele by Emperor Taizong, showcasing classical Chinese calligraphy's pinnacle. It is a sacred destination for scholars, Buddhists, and travelers seeking to explore the roots of Chinese Buddhist culture. The giant wild goose pagoda is a national historic monument symbolizing modern Xi'an today. At night, the pagoda is illuminated beautifully, creating a mystical atmosphere, especially during festivals like the Lantern Festival, Mid-Autumn Festival, or commemorations of Master Xuanzang. Spectacular light, fountain shows, and traditional pagoda square performances enhance the site's vibrant cultural appeal. More than just an architectural marvel, the giant wild goose pagoda stands as a beacon of cultural, spiritual, and intellectual exchange, a place where the past and present converge, where hearts meet the divine. A visit to the pagoda is not simply sightseeing, but a contemplative encounter with the timeless soul of history and faith. But Chang'an's charm goes beyond its history. It is a haven for food lovers. Wei Street, a famous ancient market in the city center, is a culinary treasure trove showcasing the flavors of Muslim and Shaanxi cuisine. Dishes such as biang noodles, beef pastries, and grilled lamb skewers satisfy the appetite and stir the soul. Amid ancient alleyways and grand monuments like the giant Wild Goose Pagoda and the ancient city wall, Xi'an preserves a vibrant and culturally rich corner, Wei Street, the Muslim Quarter. Home to Muslim communities, Uyghurs, Wei people, etc., who have lived here for centuries. Located just north of the Drum Tower, Wei Street stretches about 500 to 600 meters, yet pulses with endless energy. A melting pot of East-West cultural exchange since the Tang dynasty. It once served as a key stop on the Silk Road, where Muslim merchants from Central Asia, Persia, and Arabia settled, bringing their religion, cuisine, and customs into the heart of Chang'an. Wei Street is one of Xi'an's most iconic destinations because of its history. Vibrant festival-like atmosphere, rich cultural color, and street food. From the first step into the area, visitors are enveloped by the irresistible aromas of grilled meats and spices. Delicacies such as lamb skewers, sesame flatbreads, biang noodles, beef broth soup, sugar-coated hawthorns, and sweet-scented osmanthus cakes are all prepared in traditional halal style, offering a culinary experience unmatched elsewhere. Although short in length, Wei Street overflows with life and character. It's where history, culture, religion, and cuisine converge at every turn. Formed during the Tang dynasty as Muslim traders settled and thrived here, this area has evolved into Xi'an's largest Muslim cultural hub over the past 1,000 years. Wei Street's culinary highlights include charcoal grilled lamb skewers bursting with flavor, biang noodles, famous for having the most complex Chinese character, beef pastries, lamb soup, candied fruit, almond cakes, all made according to halal tradition, providing novelty and spiritual depth. Beyond food, Wei Street also shines through its unique religious and architectural presence. The area is home to several ancient mosques, most notably the Great Mosque of Xi'an, one of the oldest and largest in China. Built in the 8th century during the Tang dynasty, the mosque is a rare architectural blend of traditional Chinese design and Islamic aesthetics. It remains a sacred place of worship and a cultural cornerstone of the community. Visitors will also find skilled artisans along the streets practicing traditional crafts such as calligraphy, wood carving, and bronze or cloth souvenir making. It's not uncommon to see elderly artisans delicately painting Arabic calligraphy, or friendly shopkeepers offering amulets adorned with Arabic script. During major festivals like Ramadan, Mid-Autumn Festival, or the Lantern Festival, Wei Street comes alive in dazzling celebration. Thousands of lanterns light up the night. Quranic chants echo from the mosques, and the air is filled with laughter and the scent of delicious food, creating a festive yet reverent ambiance deeply rooted in Eastern tradition. Beyond just food and architecture, Wei Street showcases exquisite handmade crafts such as paper lanterns, carved wooden fans, calligraphy scrolls, and classic blue-glazed ceramics, crafting a space rich in heritage yet welcoming and familiar. A highlight of the area is indeed the Great Mosque of Xi'an, an architectural gem seamlessly blending ancient Chinese and Islamic styles. It stands not just as a place of worship, but as a vital thread in the cultural fabric of Wei Street. Xi'an, this ancient capital of 1,000 years, is not only known for its monumental relics but also captivates visitors with its festive atmosphere and deeply rooted Eastern spirit. For many, joining a traditional festival here is more than a cultural activity, it's a journey back in time. A return to the glorious days of old Chang'an. Among the most spectacular celebrations, the Lantern Festival, Yuanqiao, at the Great Wild Goose Pagoda Square always leaves a profound impression on visitors. As night falls, thousands of glowing red lanterns are suspended high above, their reflections shimmering on the water's surface, transforming the square into a dazzling sea of light. Visitors from near and far gather in joyful anticipation, mingling like children in a festive crowd, offering prayers, enjoying traditional art performances, and savoring authentic festival delicacies. In those moments, it feels like one has stepped into an ancient painting, where every detail gleams with joy and the collective memory of a nation. For many international travelers, their first encounter with the Tang Dynasty music and dance show, often held in summer, brings awe and wonder. Performers in royal court attire, accompanied by ancient instruments such as the guqin, flutes, and pipes, create a sacred and dreamlike atmosphere. It is more than a performance to these visitors, a living symphony of history. An artistic gateway to understanding the grace and spirit of ancient Chinese civilization. In time, a return to the glorious days of old Chang'an. Among the most spectacular celebrations, the Lantern Festival, Yuanshao, at the Great Wild Goose Pagoda Square always leaves a profound impression on visitors. As night falls, thousands of glowing red lanterns are suspended high above, their reflections shimmering on the water's surface, transforming the square into a dazzling sea of light. Visitors from near and far gather in joyful anticipation, mingling like children in a festive crowd, offering prayers, enjoying traditional art performances, and savoring authentic festival delicacies. In those moments, it feels like one has stepped into an ancient kingdom, where every detail gleams with joy and the collective memory of a nation. For many international travelers, their first encounter with the Tang Dynasty music and dance show, often held in summer, brings awe and wonder. Performers in royal court attire, accompanied by ancient instruments such as the gupa, flutes, and pipes, create a sacred and dreamlike atmosphere. It is more than a performance to these visitors, a living symphony of history. An artistic gateway to understanding the grace and spirit of ancient Chinese civilization. Perhaps what lingers most deeply in memory is the warmth and hospitality of Xi'an's people during these celebrations. From candied hawthorn vendors and calligraphy artisans to elderly storytellers spinning ancient tales, everyone contributes to an atmosphere of genuine connection. Visitors don't feel like strangers, they become part of the celebration. One traveler once remarked, "I came here as a guest, but I'm leaving as family." No celebration is complete without its culinary soul, the festive food that brings people together. During major holidays such as Lunar New Year and the Mid-Autumn Festival, the Muslim quarter becomes a haven for traditional delicacies, beef dumplings, hand-pulled noodles, sweet osmanthus rice cakes, and almond tea. Each dish not only delights the palate but also tells a story, a legend, or a cherished memory of the land. The Muslim quarter becomes even more radiant during the Lantern Festival, Ramadan, or Mid-Autumn Festival. Hundreds of lanterns hang along the roofs of ancient houses. Traditional music fills the air, and crowds bustle joyfully, savoring each taste, each moment of celebration. Chang'an, the ancient heart of Xi'an, continues to glow through its year-round traditional festivals. On the 15th night of the first lunar month, the Lantern Festival transforms the entire city into a blazing sea of lights. During the Mid-Autumn Festival, moonlight bathes the ancient city walls as people release floating lanterns and recite poetry in a dreamlike setting. Each festival is a cultural mosaic, a poignant reminder of the spiritual splendor of the imperial capital of old. With its quiet majesty and radiant charm, Chang'an is not merely a destination to visit, but a place to pause and reflect. Here, one can listen to the echoes of time, gain insight into a civilization that once illuminated the East, and perhaps, in each step along the ancient streets, in each gaze at the solemn pagoda, in every steaming bowl of noodles under the night sky, the traveler's heart may softly sing. Chang'an is not just a place to go, it is an ancient psalm that never fades. And so, our journey through Chang'an, the ancient capital with 1,000 years of history, has taken us past moss-covered city walls, vibrant festivals bursting with color, aromatic Eastern cuisine, and the warm, welcoming smiles of its people. Chang'an is not just a destination, it's a place where history speaks. Culture runs deep, and every moment is a living thread connecting past and present. Every step here leaves an unforgettable mark on the heart of those who wander through. Glowing star if you found this video interesting and insightful. Don't forget to hit that like button to support our channel. Bell subscribe so you won't miss out on our upcoming adventures. Speech balloon and leave a comment below to let us know what impressed you the most about Chang'an. See you on your next journey, where every place holds a story. And every story opens a door to wonder. Glow.